Hello, welcome to Money Markets and Motivation with Mike. Today's word of the day is a quiver, quivering or trembling. That is our word of the day. She stood at the starting line, a quiver with anticipation is how we use it. So that is where we are with our word of the day. We're going to go over to our heat map. Heat map is right here. NVIDIA is up strong today, so is Oracle, so is Meta, Costco, and Pepsi. So it's kind of a mixed bag everywhere else. Healthcare issues are kind of moving up, and Palantir is up as well today. So that is where we are with that one. And now we go over to crypto, which are taking their profits. Profit taking continues in Bitcoin and others. It is a sea of red. So that is where we are with the crypto market. If you're at all concerned at all-time highs and the market pulling back, well, I have a special account for you that protects your assets. If you're getting anywhere close to retiring, this might be a good place to put a portion of your assets. Goes up when the market goes up, does not go down when the market goes down. So it protects your gains. You don't want to be put in a position where the market went down 54%, like in 2008. Beats index investing by 5% per year. If you'd like to learn more about that, this is fixed index annuities. Please check in with me and we will have a nice discussion. So now we're going to go over to our charts. This is Rocket Lab. Well, first, before we go into the indexes, we're going to take a look at what we're currently holding. So we got Rocket Lab. We got American Semiconductor. Holding out right around 60 here. We have Futu. It's holding right at the triple witching kind of. Not triple witching, but triple lines. 10-day, 20, and 50 are all converged here together. It's down 2.8% today. And Oklo, the nuclear area, was up a little over 1% today. We bought it right here around 86. So that is the story, and it rocketed it up. We only bought 50 shares and we had hoped to buy more. We took a third of a profit up around here, and we're kind of holding the rest. And we are also in Scholar Rock. Moved further into the pivot zone. We bought at 40. So we'll see where that goes. And not Circle Internet, but CoreWeave. Took a small position in CoreWeave yesterday. It's up another close to 2%, so we may add to that today. So that is the positions that we're currently holding. And advertising, we did go into Palantir yesterday. Gets into the pivot zone and NVIDIA and Micron. NVIDIA's up big and Micron's kind of holding around the 190 area. Go over to the NASDAQ. It's pretty flat today, down 0.24%. The equal weight is down a little further, 0.69%. The S&P 500 is down 0.38%. The RSP is down close to 0.9%. The Russell 2000 small caps down 0.73, and the Dow Jones falls to its 20-day moving average off 0.67%. Now I am looking for we're going to go over to financials. Financials pull back to the 50-day moving average. Found my handy list. Take a look at KBWB. It's trying to bounce a little. It fell to its 50-day as well. 10-year Treasury spikes a little bit, up close to 0.5%. And the 20-year Treasury is pretty flat. Take a look at the VIX. The VIX is up ever so slightly, but it's pretty flat for the day in reality. And we go over to nuclear. It's up 0.81%. Aerospace falls to the 10-day moving average. Take a look at Archer. Spikes up 0.5%. And Jovi, spelled it wrong, is pretty flat. It had gap down pretty strong yesterday, trying to hold right about there. On to energy, falls to its 200-day moving average. Communications, trending down. Meta has a nice rise today, up nearly 2%. Google falls to its 20-day moving average. Consumer discretionary is where Tesla is off 0.74%. Hasn't violated its 20-day moving average, so might be a hold here if you had bought. And Amazon gets above the 50-day moving average, up around 0.7%, so that's a nice move. Go to real estate is down. Home builders, I would imagine, are down as well. They are off a little over 2%. Utilities, pulling back a little bit. They are in the pivot zone. Biotech is rising, up 0.9%. Our other biotech ETF holding steady. And let's see, on to IGV. IGV is pretty flat. Software, technology, down 0.24%. Infrastructure was up quite a bit yesterday, and then looks like we got a gap down today. Even though it's not showing it on the chart. Semiconductors, pretty flat, even though NVIDIA is up pretty well today. To airlines, they're tried to move higher, and then they really sold off 0.72%. Industrials pulling back off 1.47% today. Healthcare It's down 0.33%. Consumer staples rising 0.21%. Metals and mining is up slightly, but they were up a lot higher earlier and they pull back. Building materials take a big dive, down 1.5%. And uranium, I believe, is pulling back. It was pretty flat for the day, 0.27%. Take a look at CCJ, up 0.49. Energy fuels, up 8.5%. And Denison Mines pulls back to the 10-day moving average, off 1.05%. So there we have that. We're going to take a look where the big money is flowing today. Have a little bit of a chart analysis workout. Let's see, we can update this. Got 24 items. Sedera Therapeutics is number 1. So it pulled back to the 10-day moving average, and now it is heading straight up again, up 10.42%. Earnings are supposed to be up 55% this year. Relative strength rating is pretty low, but there's some definitely buying going on here. This was a breakout right here on our gap up rule. You could have bought here and you wouldn't have been sold out. It has been going up ever since. On to critical metals. Wow, look at that move. Up 21% today. Earnings are supposed to come in negative 55% this year, but it is definitely moving. Dragonfly, Canadian provider of drones. We had an institutional ant pop up here, and it is up another 14.3% today. IREN has been continually on the big money flowing screen here. Continues to drive higher, up another 6.8% today. Neo Corp Developments, they engaged in exploration and development of neobium, scandium, and titanium in North America. And so they're up another 10% today. Rigetti Computing, just continue. I am so disappointed I sold this back over here. It just keeps rising and rising, up 7.43%. United States Antimony, producer of antimony metal, gets above $10, up 14.5% today. AST Space Mobile, up 9% today. Look at this nice cup with a handle here. And then here's a breakout right on this day. Look at all this volume. Huge volume. Institutions coming in here. Intellia Therapeutics, up 4% today, pretty well extended here, as this was a breakout right over here, right at 1471. You did have a chance when it pulled back to the 10-day moving average if you wanted to get in, and it has taken off ever since. We have a lot of mining issues here. That is for certain. So US rare earth up 14.84%. Look at all this, these blue towers. Here was a breakout right over here, 1978, and it gapped up the following day, and it's been moving up ever since. We looked at energy fuels before. Clean spark has been on this big money flowing every day, and it just keeps rising higher and higher. Here we can see the institutional ants up here, the little black dots. Got 3 of them. Usually it pulls back after that, but it has not done this. And then we get more institutional ants coming in here. Oh, take a look. Here's an oncology stock, came into the profit zone, kind of pulled back for 3 days, and it's taken right off again. Huge volume right over here. Serve Robotics. This is a company that NVIDIA has a big investment in. They really rose up today, up 28%. Went from the pivot zone to the profit zone. That's a pretty nice day if you can make it. And Albemarle, another one in the minerals area, gaps up today, up 4.73%. I would suggest that this might be buyable here. It's on the low of the gap, might be a good place to go. As long as it holds the gap here. My line is a little off. Well, if it, there we go. If it holds that line right there, you're safe to stay in. UiPath. Wow, look at that move in UiPath. Robotic process of automation is up nearly 20% today. Just rockets into the profit zone. Take a look at United Airlines. United Airlines pulls back to below the 50-day, and we got a gap up here today. It's up 3.5%. So that is our chart analysis for the day. Now we're going to move over to our quote of the day. I'm going to just pause here for a moment. This comes from the famous songwriter and singer, Carly Simon. The sound of birds stops a noise in my mind. So take that. So every time you hear the birds chirping, think of Carly. So in the meantime, hope everybody has a great day. Happy Thursday to everybody. Go out there and make a difference. And we will see you back possibly here Friday. If not Friday, it'll be Saturday. And in the meantime, go out and bring a smile to anybody that you can. This has been Money, Markets, and Motivation with Mike.